choosing to keep your heart soft when it would be easier to build walls. To care again when you have been let down, and to trust again when you have been betrayed. That's not being fragile. That's fierce. That's resilience and strength. Welcome to Soul Time, a show that explores the world of unlocking your unique potential. My name is Dr. Katja Makowka, and I'm a teacher at school, a former teacher at universities, and a stress and mental coach. And I'm your host. You have probably heard it before, maybe from family, maybe at work, maybe even from people who care about you. You are too sensitive. Don't take it so personally. You need to toughen up. But here is what rarely gets said out loud. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw. It's definitely a superpower. In a world that often rewards being reactive and guarded, your ability to feel deeply, to notice the unspoken, to pause before responding, that's actually rare. And it's needed. Sensitive people are often intuitive and emotionally intelligent. They pick up on energy, nuance, and undercurrents that others miss, and they lead with compassion, think with depth, and move through the world with a quiet kind of wisdom. Gossip and cruelty, those are easy, but choosing empathy, grace, and understanding, that's strength. Because the world doesn't actually need more people who have shut down their hearts just to survive. It needs more people who have kept their hearts open despite it all. So if you have ever been told you are too soft, here is your reframe. That softness is discernment. That depth is wisdom. And that feeling deeply isn't something to hide. It's something to honor. And the next time you feel something powerfully, joy, grief, empathy, even overwhelm, pause and remind yourself, this isn't weakness. This is my strength speaking. You are not too much for feeling. You are exactly what this world needs more of. Let's pause here and name something that often goes unspoken. You can be soft and strong. You can be open-hearted and have strong boundaries. You can feel deeply and lead powerfully. And you don't have to harden to be taken seriously. You don't have to shut down to survive. In fact, one of the most misunderstood traits, kindness, is often mistaken for naivety. But kindness isn't passive. Real kindness takes intention. It's the conscious decision to act with care when it would be easier to shut down or strike back. That's not weakness. That's strength under control. Kindness doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. Don't get me wrong. It means you are grounded in who you are. It means you don't need to raise your voice to stand tall. It means you can be clear without being cruel. It's not about being small. It's about being steady. It's not about being agreeable. It's about being aligned. And in a reactive world, kindness is like rebellion. Not because you are pretending things don't hurt, but because you refuse to pass the hurt on. And if anyone calls that naive, let them. Because while they are trying to look strong, you are out there being strong in the most grounded, heart-led way possible. And now let's talk about something even harder. Staying open after you have been hurt. Choosing to keep your heart soft when it would be easier to build walls. To care again when you have been let down. And to trust again when you have been betrayed. That's not being fragile. That's fierce. That's resilience and strength. Because love, real love, requires risk. It means showing up without a guarantee. It means letting yourself be seen in your vulnerability. It means giving without control. And that takes more courage than shutting down ever will. We have been conditioned to equate softness with weakness, but softness isn't about being breakable. It's about being unbreakably true to who you are. It's far easier to become cold, guarded, and distant, to move through life with your walls high and your heart buried. But the ones who stay open, who love again after loss, who choose connection over self-protection, they are the strongest ones in the room. Because strength isn't about never falling apart. It's about rising again without losing your softness. Yes, protect your peace, but don't lose your capacity to love. So if you are navigating life with a brushed heart, but a gentle spirit, if you are loving even when it's hard, that's resilience. That's real power. You don't have to become someone unrecognizable just to make it through. And you don't have to shut down to stay safe. Real strength isn't about being unaffected. It's about staying rooted in who you are, even when everything around you pushes you to disconnect. Because here is the truth. Your softness is not the problem. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. Your empathy, your depth, your kindness, they are not weaknesses. They are your quiet superpowers. Strength doesn't ask you to abandon yourself. It asks you to return to yourself, especially when the world tries to pull you away. So when someone tries to hurt you or tear you down, don't give them the power to change who you are. If you close your heart in response to their pain, they win. They get to shape your spirit. And do you really want to hand that power over? No, you don't. So when the world tells you to toughen up, pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, you don't need to harden. You just need to hold your ground with an open heart. That's unshakable strength. And let's be clear, softness is not the absence of strength. It's often the proof of it. It takes real courage to stay soft in a hard world, to respond with grace instead of defensiveness, to uphold your boundaries without breaking your values. You can be gentle and still be powerful, and you can be sensitive and still be respected. Softness doesn't mean you avoid the hard things. It means you meet them head on without losing your soul. So if you have ever felt pressured to be someone colder, louder, sharper, or more distant, just to be taken seriously, let this be your reminder. Your softness is amazing. It creates space. It cultivates connection. It strengthens relationships. It sees clearly. It leads with love, and it doesn't apologize for it. And there will always be moments that test you, moments that tempt you to close off, to shut down, to snap back. But your true power, it lives in your ability to stay rooted, to stay open, and to stay you. Not because it's easy, but because it's right. So protect your peace, yes, but also protect your ability to love. Protect your softness, because it's not just who you are, it's what makes you powerful. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Soul Time. I'm very grateful because you have given me the greatest treasure of your life, your time. If you enjoyed this episode, click the subscribe button so that you get a notification every time a new episode is out.